Hey everybody, we are back in Ark Survival Evolved, and obviously here we are in the Extinction map. I'm hoping to get a lot done in this episode, but things seem to take a long time in this game, especially by myself, but I'm gonna do my best. Before I get started too much here, I wanted to give a quick thank you to Ronnie from the comments for not only being friendly and supportive, but also for suggesting a Discord server. The link is in the description for anyone who's interested in joining. I'll be there hanging out, talking to anyone who happens to come by, and if you have any ideas for channels, I'd be glad to hear them because right now it's pretty plain, but I'm working on building it up soon. Ronnie also gave a great suggestion for a name for one of my Megalosauruses. The name was Sultan, which is really cool, but unfortunately we don't have another male right now. So I'm going to try to breed some in a bit, or I might rename Prancer, although I do kind of like that name as well, so I'm not really sure. Unfortunately the base is very tight on space right now, so I need to gather a lot of stuff so that we can expand it, and then I can have some more. Alright, so I just leveled up to be able to get the flak armor, and it turns out that I actually have enough resources to craft them. I do want to start building a metal perimeter around the whole base area here, but we still have a lot of metal to go before I can make that, so I'm going to make the armor and then I'll feel a lot safer around here. So I found this beaver dam, and usually I kind of ignore them, especially when I'm just alone here, but the closest beaver is pretty far away, so I think if I just grab it and run, I can get out of here. Oh, and of course I would be encumbered by all this stuff. I really don't want to give up all this wood. Okay, I guess it's a slow walk home for me. You guys want to come with? Okay, don't worry guys, I was just joking. I'm gonna cut here and I'll do the walk back on my own. Okay, so I finally have enough resources so I can finish off the roof here, so I just figured I'd show you guys. I'm hoping this will make it a little bit cooler in here, but at the very least it'll protect us from anything trying to fly in. You guys, look at this really cool beaver I found. I actually had to look it up to see if I could actually tame it with what I have, and turns out you can boa them and they eat berries, so it works out for me pretty well. I can't even remember the last time I tamed one, so that's pretty exciting too. I'm really hoping this area is going to be safe enough. I'm kind of worried. I think we'll be okay though. But I mean, just look at her green stripe. That is adorable. I just have to try to tame her. I seriously can't wait though until I have the dart gun. That way I can just use the tranquilizer darts and I don't have to worry about using a club. I just hate doing this. I think I must be getting close to the level to unlock that though. Although the resources for it might be too much for me to get for right now, so that might be a future project. Oh man, I just remembered how full our base is. I definitely need to work on expanding that really soon. I don't think they're too big though, so hopefully she can squeeze in. Anyway, I have a feeling this might take a while, so I'm gonna cut here and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I kind of accidentally tamed this dodo. And what I mean by that is that it kept running into my beaver, so I punched it to try to get it to run away, but it passed out, so I put a couple berries in it just for fun. I didn't even give it any narcotics or anything. And here it is, part of the family now. Also, this beaver is using up tons of narcotics and stuff, so this is going to be a struggle, I think. But I'm hoping that we can make it work. I've been collecting some narco berries, and worst case, I can just use the club again on it. I don't really want to do that, but it's at least an option. Okay, there we go. That was kind of tense at the end there. I was just trying to keep enough narco berries in her to keep her unconscious. But it did work out, and now I just have to get her home. Along with our new dodo friend, of course. Alright, we're here. Now I just have to see if we can squeeze her in the house. Well, it looks like there is enough room in the doorway. We won't be able to get many people in and out, but it'll work. I suppose the next step for me is to get more resources so I can make this place bigger. Oh, and I still want to breed a new Megaloceros too, so I might do that as well. Okay, so because the beaver took so much of my narcotics, well, it took all of them, I realized that we might have a problem getting enough for future animals, because that was only level 25, and I don't really think it's an endgame animal either. So I decided I want to start building a farm. I know I'm going to need it for my carrots eventually, but I want to start it off by growing some narco berries. What are the odds? Do you guys see that on the side? I just got a rock carrot seed. I'm literally like 20 feet from my base. We've been here the whole time. I found pretty much every other seed except for this one. That seems pretty ridiculous, but I'm glad to have one now. Although I actually don't think I have enough resources to make another planter box, so I'm gonna have to go gather some stuff and then I'll get them planted. But you guys, this means that we can go find horses soon. I am beyond excited. And there we go. Now while we wait for these to grow, I can actually work on breeding a Megaloceros and expand the base. You guys, I so wish that there was an easier thing to do like third-person timelines. I just had to like shuffle all of the Megaloceros around because they were all in the way. I'm trying to breed Prancer and Doe, which I finally got them next to each other in the most open area possible. But I wish you guys could have seen the struggle I just went through. I considered maybe doing a first-person time-lapse for it, but I'm guessing that the footage would be way too like shaky and just looking around frantically, and I just didn't want to do that to you guys. But we are going to have a baby soon, so stay tuned and I'll be right back when it's going to be born. Alright, it's just about time for this baby Megaloceros. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I see that it's a male, but I just want to feed him, and then I'll go ahead and rename him Sultan. I get so worried about them starving right away. Also, neither of his parents had any green. I wonder if that's a mutation. Oh, it looks like it is. Let's see, I don't think the dad has one. No, he doesn't. Okay, so wow, we have another mutation. It's green like some of the other ones, but it's a different color green it looks like. So this bird was right outside my house, and I knocked it out. Apparently, I looked it up and it only eats chitin. So I'm gonna try to tame it and just see how it goes. And unfortunately, I have no idea how to pronounce the name, so if you can spell it phonetically or anything for me in the comments, that'd be cool. But yeah, I'm really not sure, so I don't want to embarrass myself. I just really hope these things don't eat a ton of chitin, because I don't want to keep using all of it for her, when we can use it for some of the recipes as well. But yeah, anyway, once she's tamed, I'm gonna keep collecting resources so I can start expanding my house. Okay, so my main goal is to just have this whole, like, valley to be blocked off. I want to have, like, metal walls and have a couple of dino gates on the edges. Probably one big gate on this side and then another one somewhere over there. But that's going to take a long time to get that much metal. So I think I need to have my house a little bit bigger, just so then I can have a couple more animals in here, since it's very crowded right now. So that's why I started adding more foundation. But getting all these resources has taken a lot of time, and we already do have 4 more animals in here. Let's got the beaver, we have the dodo, which was like kind of accidental. We have this bird guy, I'm not sure how to pronounce his species. And of course, our new baby Megaloceros, which we are going to name Salt. Thank you again, Ronnie, for the name suggestion. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to call the episode here. I'm hoping to get this done next episode and maybe do a bit more exploring. I want to take Dr. Marsh out and just actually ride her. That's the iguanodon, in case you don't remember. I got her, but I haven't really been doing anything with her. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying the series and want to see what happens next, please consider subscribing. And if you have any name suggestions for future animals and some of the ones that we have here that still don't have names, please leave them in the comments. I'm glad to hear them, and I'm already taking some. Ronnie has a few more that I'm going to get to eventually, but they're for animals that we don't have yet. Anyway, I'm going to go now. Have a great day, you guys, and I will see you later.